Hi there, my name's Michael and welcome to Tabletop-Infiltrator. In today's video we'll be having a look at September's edition of White Dwarf, issue 468. For me, White Dwarf is a huge part of the hobby. I grew up with it, and even though digital formats are far more viable now as GW News comes out, you see it immediately, I still look forward to my monthly instalments. What I want to continue doing with these reviews is going through the magazine page by page, providing a complete roundup of everything that's going on this month, and if it's something you want to pick up off the back of that, then perfect, and if not, I've hopefully saved you a couple of quid. So let's jump in and see what this month's White Dwarf has got for us. So here we have September's edition of White Dwarf, issue 468, and for me, I think this is going to be a good one, because not only is it looking like it's a 40k focus month in White Dwarf, but we're also getting some free stuff. So we're going to get a WOLFSPEAR transfer sheet, and it looks like a free two-sided poster. What's better than free stuff? So twofold for me, 40k and free stuff. So yeah, really nice. And WOLFSPEAR transfer sheet, that I think that must be 40k. It must be. And so I have no idea what's going on with that, but I think maybe if you're doing like a custom chapter and they're a Space Wolves successor, perfect that. So let's get it open. So we've got the Adeptus Mechanicus kill teams, Index Astartes, WOLFSPEAR, so yes, 40k, and then we've got, what else have we got? Time, Tomb Celestial, Slaves to the Darkness, Heavy Metal Painting Advised, Mortifactors from the Black Library short story, and much more. Right, so let's get that open. So what we got? So we got the magazine. So I'll have a look at the free bits first. So Soulbound. Claim your free Warhammer Age of Sigmar's what's that? Has that got a code on it or something? Let me just check. No idea. Cubicle 7. No idea what that is. Gather your allies and take on the role of powerful heroes from realm-spanning adventures of the world of Age of Sigmar. Okay, it doesn't. Roleplay. Oh, must be online. Well, Age of Sigmar, I have no idea about that. So, and then these are the WOLFSPEAR transfers. So these are looking pretty nice. It's a bit harder to see the white ones. Infantry markings, fire support, close support, battle line. Nice that. So I almost guarantee they're a Space Wolves successor chapter. Really nice. So we'll have a look at that. And then we've got a double two-sided poster, so I probably won't be able to get the whole thing on my camera view. But we've got a Age of Sigmar Stormground. Those are Stormcast Eternals. That's as bad as much as I know. And then on the back here, Hire Gun by Necromunda. So that's the PC game, I think. Nice. Little robot dog there. Cool, so you got yourself a nice two-sided poster. Stick that up on your wall if you wanted that. And then moving on to the main event. So we've got the front cover here, and we've got an Adeptus Mechanicus Scutari on there, I think it is. And so we've got Flashpoint OCTARIUS, and then the bits that I went through earlier on the front. White Dwarf, Kill Team Engage, nice. So the contents, so we've got 40k, kill team, and we've got some more 40k, Age of Sigmar, and heavy metal. And is there a battle report in here? Ooh, might be kill team. Oh yeah, so it's a kill team battle report in this one. So that ties quite nicely into, if you haven't seen my unboxing video, I bought the Kill Team OCTARIUS box set. Go check that out, where I did a full unbox and reveal of all the bits and pieces you get in that new box set for the new edition of Kill Team. Lovely. So contact. So this is where we feature your thoughts, questions, and painted miniatures from hobbyists around the world. So this is your chance to get some of your miniatures featured in White Dwarf. I think this is brilliant as well, because it's engagement with the community, and also I pick up ideas about paint schemes as well that aren't necessarily the traditional GW paint schemes for units. So Stormcast Eternal, Retributors, they've moved away from the fully gold armour to like a semi silver, gold and green. That really works well together. Nice. So some really nice looking miniatures from hobbyists. That's cool. Watch Captain Artemis. I remember the old Inquisition game when he was like that tall. I always really wanted it, but could never afford it. I wish I could have picked one up now. But brilliant paint scheme on that. Space Wolf, that's really nice. Krieg, nice. Deathcore Krieg, Death Rider. Deathcore Death Rider. Then moving on to Worlds of Warhammer. So Worlds of Warhammer delves into the background of the Age of Sigmar and the 41st millennium, looking at how stories are created and legends are born. So this time Nick joins us to talk about mastering the battlefield, by which we mean writing thrilling war stories. So a bit about lore and fluff and writing stories for 40k. Nice. And for Age of Sigmar. Again, that's quite a nice bit of artwork there. An intercessor throwing a grenade. And then, I know that's Lumineth Realm Lords or something like that, but it's high elf to me. Nice. And then straight onto the 40k section, and this immediately is a view of the Kill Team OCTARIUS box set. So these are the new Krieg, plastic Krieg miniatures, and then the Orc Kommandos with all the terrain that comes with the box set as well. And I've got to say, I said it in my video, I'll put a link to it in the description below, but the sculpts that have been done for the Krieg, for the terrain, and the Orcs as well, GW have absolutely taken it up a notch. Really, really impressed with them. And then Index Astartes, we've got the WOLFSPEAR, founded during the early years of the era Indomitus. Okay. The WOLFSPEAR are blood brothers of the fabled Space Wolves and descendants of the Primarch Leman Russ. Cold and taciturn, they are nevertheless possessed by a powerfully wired, a spiritual force that makes them excellent hunters. Wired, I don't know how to say that one. But brilliant to see another Space Marine chapter with a bit of character in it. Ah, look at that. That's some old artwork. That really nice. Battle Barge. Can't wait for Games Workshop to bring Battlefleet Gothic back again. I know they will do. They have to. It'll be a license. It'll be criminal, firstly, but a license to print money. So, And I've definitely noticed over the last couple of years since Primaris range was first launched. When they were first launched, they were very plain and generic, and now they are starting to take on a lot of character of the chapters they are successors of. So yeah, starting to get a bit more character to them. So yeah, if you're interested in using them on the tabletop, great looking colour scheme. It's like an off-white almost. Really nice. And the black really is a stark contrast to the rest of the armour. And then you've got some Codex supplements, so WOLFSPEAR, so you've got some Warlord traits that you can if you're playing them, and some relics to take with them as well. So what we've got here, chapter tactics, so add 1 to advance and charge rolls made for units with this tactic. Okay, so each time a ranged attack is made against a unit with this tactic by a model within 18 inches away, the unit with this tactic is treated as benefits of light cover. That's nothing. Those two are in the I swear that one especially, that's the one I run with in my custom chapter. Why have I had a complete mind? I can't remember what that one's called. No, I can't remember. But those are in the Space Marine. I swear those two are in the space. That one definitely is. Where is it? I'll find it in a bit. And then Warlord trait. Each time this Warlord, so strike for the throat. Each time this Warlord makes a melee attack, you can re-roll the hit roll. Improve the armor penetration characteristics of that attack by 1. AP minus, so an extra AP, and re-roll the hits. It's not bad. And then hunt from afar. Each time this Warlord makes a ranged attack against a non-vehicle, non-monster unit, an unmodified hit roll of 2+ is successful. And an unmodified wound plus of 2+. Oh wow! So if you're not hitting against vehicles and monsters, you're hitting on 2s and you're wounding on 2s, regardless. Wow, that's pretty good. I hope I'm reading that right. And then Howling Beast. While this Warlord is with engagement range of an enemy model with a leadership character of 7 or less, add 2 to its attack characteristics. Wow, okay. That's pretty good. Engagement range, so when you're in close combat against some like low morale units, you'll get quite a few attacks on there. Brilliant. And then the relics, so Elemental Shroud. Each time an attack is made against the bearer, subtract 1 from that, so -1 to hit. The bearer is not eligible. The bearer is not an eligible target for range attacks if it's more than 18 inches away from the firing model. If the bearer makes any kind of move, it loses the benefit this part of the relic until the next movement phase. So if you don't move, you can't be targeted if you're 18 inches away. -1 to the attack. Totems of Storms, Psyker only. Once per battle round, you can re-roll 1 psychic test or deny the witch test taken with this model. It's quite useful because psychers are becoming quite relevant in the game. Blacktooth, model equipped with a combat knife or paired combat blades only. This relic replaces combat knife or paired combat blades and has the following profile. So weapon is Blacktooth, melee, type melee, +1 strength, 0 AP and 1 damage. Abilities, each time the bearer fights, it makes 2 additional attacks with this weapon. Each time an attack with this is made with this weapon, if the wound roll is successful, the target suffers 1 mortal wound and the attack sequence ends. A mortal wound. Okay. Fine. I don't know how I feel about that one. A whole relic slot just for that. 1 mortal wound. There's far easier ways of dishing out mortal wounds and giving up a relic slot. And then stratagems, track and hunt. So use this stratagem at the end of your movement phase. Select 1 friendly WOLFSPEAR core unit, then select 1 enemy unit within 24 inches of it until the end of your turn. Each time a model in that unit makes an attack against that enemy unit does not receive the benefits of cover for that attack. Okay, it's alright. Alright for 1 CP. And then on the scent is 1 CP, and use this strategy at the start of your charge phase. Select one enemy unit that had models destroyed or lost any wounds this turn. Until the end of the turn, each time a charge roll is made by a friendly WOLFSPEAR core unit, if that enemy unit was selected as target of the charge, you can re-roll the charge roll. Okay, so just inflict any sort of damage on them, and when you're charging against that unit, you can re-roll the charge roll. So that's pretty handy and not bad for 1 CP. And then the killing blows, 1 CP. Use this strategy in your shooting phase or the fight phase. When a WOLFSPEAR core unit from your army is selected to shoot or fight, until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, if the target of that attack was below half strength when it was selected as the target, or if the target has a starting strength of 1 and had, oh my god, and had half or less of its wounds remaining when it was selected as a target, add 1 to the wound roll. Bloody hell. I mean, for 1 CP, plus 1 to the wound is alright, but there's quite a bit. How often would you come up against that'd be really useful against like horde units that you've managed to gun down in the shooting phase and then you've assaulted them? But then horde units are generally not that tough, but maybe like Orc Boys, this would be good against Orc Boys because toughness 5, so Space Marines would usually be now wounding them on 5s. You could help gun them down, maybe get them below half strength, and then charge into them, add 1 to the wound roll, so you're back to wounding them on 1s. Okay, so overall, not bad. There's a few little nuggets in there if you want to play as a WOLFSPEAR chapter, your army. And then this will just give you some references for painting your units up. And then you can obviously use the bits and pieces from the Space Wolves sets, model kits, to personalise them. There we go. More painting references there. And yes, I thought they would do. They're giving you an actual painting guide for the units. So you've got battle ready if you want to get your units quickly onto the tabletop, and then parade ready if you want to put a bit more into them. So, oh, and this is what I like, what they've done as well, I think. There we go. They've given you the ratios of the paint mixes. So highlight, grey sear and Altwin, and that's a 1-to-1 mix. So I like the fact that they've done, I think they've just started doing that, but again, really handy. And I think this is using contrast paints. Yes. Classic style and then contrast paint. And it gives you some basing options as well. So really nice that. And then the Tale of 4 Warlords. This is going, so there was in the last White Dwarf, the Tale of 4 Warlords was looking at Age of Sigmar armies, and this has gone back to Space Marines, Necrons, Sisters, Orcs. Yes, so the Sons of Medusa. So it looks like there's been some more Outriders, Pulsar. I can't remember what, Gladiator Lancer. There we go. I think he did the infiltrators that were like a camo colour, which broke them up from the rest of the army, which was really nice. And some Necrons. Some Sisters, really like a creamy looking ivory colour, really nice against the red and the black and the gold, just yeah, generally really nice. Orcs. I always did have a soft spot for Orcs, but there's so much going on that my painting skills, I don't think I could do them justice. That looks like a nice conversion as well. They've changed the, because it does have like feet that kind of move forward like that, and they've changed it to the tracks, and I think those are from the battle wagon, I think. That looks really cool, I like that a lot. And then this is the, I think this is the battle report. Is this the battle report? No, not yet. So, Operation Briefing. To coincide with the launch of the new edition of Warhammer 40k Kill Team, the game's developer started a brand new column to discuss the gameplay, design and rules of the game. In this first diplomatic mission, Elliot Hammer briefs us on what's changed. Brilliant, okay. So I will definitely be reading this because obviously I've got the new box set, and I want to pick it up, and I think there'll be a lot of subtleties between what's changed with the previous editions and stuff like that. So yeah, as a starting point, that'd be really good to read. I just love the terrain as well. I think they've done an awesome job on it. I mean, mine will definitely, I won't be anywhere near this, but this quality, but really impressed with the level of detail on the terrain. Like I said, you don't want the terrain to overtake the miniatures. You want the terrain to be a good backdrop to display your forces on and really immerse you in the game, but you don't want it to overtake the miniatures that you're playing with, because obviously they are the focal point of 40k. Agents of the Machine God. So this is looking at Adeptus Mechanicus kill teams. Really nice artwork there. So a big section on kill team, obviously with the launch this month. And I've just seen there's the is it Adapticon or something, where the Tau and Sisters kill team has been previewed, and they are looking stunning, really nice, especially the Tau models. And if they do, from the pictures, from what I've seen, if the Tau are done as much, if the Tau range is done as much justice as that new squad is, we'll be in for a real treat. And I think GW have done an exceptional job of refreshing the model ranges. So this is giving all sorts of rules and for playing your games, setting up your games, I think. And again, we've got a short story here. An alien menace has taken root beneath Hive Castellian. Unable to bring her big guns to bear, Tech Priest, no idea, must send a smaller must send in smaller kill glades to investigate. Through their eyes, she will see what they see. The OMNISSIAH will be done. Nice. This will definitely be some. If you're interested in Kill Team, I would pick this White Dwarf up just for this, because it's got loads of info to give you background on the game, tell you what's changed, some rules. Yeah, really handy. So this is all new rules for it. And these are the data sheets for the particular units. And you've got a pull out as well. You've got like a card section here. So these are like the battle tactics stratagems. Oh, nice, okay. And then you've got some other bits that you can cut out as well, some tokens and bits and pieces. So the GW are really going all in on the on Kill Team, which is nice to see, because I was like, if you haven't got the time to play a 2,000 point game, which can take several hours, especially for me if I'm
we're not being super competitive and just chilling out and taking our time. If you just want to play just a skirmish game for an hour or so, as long as you can get a good understanding of the rules, I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot quicker way of enjoying a game. Because for me, at that 500 point games, 1,000, 1,500, they just seem a little bit unbalanced. 2,000 points really does seem the sweet spot for 40k games. Okay, so loads and loads and loads in here for Kill Team, which is really good. New rules, rare equipment, battle honours. I think maybe if this is you're doing like campaigns or something. Wow, there's so much for Kill Team in this one. Right, and then we move on to the battle report. What I will do is I won't spoil it for anyone who's wanting to pick up the game. So it's the Kill Team from the OCTARIUS box set. So we've got the Krieg versus the Orc Kommandos. I will definitely be reading this. I think is brilliant, and it will really give you an indication of how to play the game. That's how I pick up the rules a lot, is reading battle reports and watching battle reports. Nice. So what I'll do is I'll just skip over because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. There we go. So that's the next. So we'll move over to here. So the next section is High Fleet Leviathan, those little Tyranids. So Galactic War Hosts, a series of modelling and painting articles focusing on many factions and sub-factions of the first millennium. Ready your feeder tendrils because there's High Fleet Leviathan Hobby Fest to devour over the next few pages. Awesome. So we've got the Tyranids coming up against the Ultramarines. Classic matchup against them. Oh, brilliant. So again, some more. It's good to see Xenos factions getting some attention. So modelling and painting up your units. And then what are those? That looks like this is conversions. So this is the Orc Commando set, and it's got it looks like Gene Stealer parts or Gene Stealer Cultist parts on them. I've never seen this in Games Workshop, in a White Dwarf magazine, or this from Games Workshop in a very long time. Wow, that's brilliant. Conversions. This is fantastic. So cool. Really, really cool. Wow, that's good to see them in. That's great to see Games Workshop doing that. I haven't seen that in a White Dwarf. I can't remember the last time I saw that in a White Dwarf. Right, so that's the 40k section. So moving on to Age of Sigmar. Like I said, I'm a 40k channel, so I know next to nothing about Age of Sigmar. So we've got rules of engagement, curated by the Age of Sigmar games developers. This focuses on the creation, design and evolution of the rules for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This month we have a designer's notes about pitched battles in the General's Handbook 2021. So if that's something you're interested in, then there's a section on that. Absolutely no idea about Age of Sigmar. Models are fantastic, but that's about it from me on that. Some stunning looking artwork, and like I said, I've always thought the models look brilliant, and sometimes the Age of Sigmar models outdo some of the 40k models. And you have got some fantastic conversion opportunities with some of the Age of Sigmar models, especially like the Stormcast Eternals. They've got that very Blood Angels look to them. I've seen quite a few like Dante conversions done with Stormcast Eternals. Nice. Okay, so whole section on lore and fluff, Pellicor, So again, some rules for open play, match play, path to glory. Yeah, so I have a whole section on Age of Sigmar. And then heavy metal, so we've got some brush tips. So brush tips is a painting column hosted by the studio's heavy metal team. Here they discuss all things paint related, be it colour schemes, techniques, inspiration, or something that they're painting for their own collection. This issue, Max talks about designing colour schemes. So we've got some nice looking Uruks or Uruks for Age of Sigmar. And again, you've got the paint ratios here, which I think is really handy. I mean, these guys have got some skill. I could never paint like this, but really nice to see. And then moving on to Black Library. So we've got a short story here by Christopher Forrester. Separated from their chapter by the Great Rift, a strike force of mortifactors set upon by world eaters. Yet as the loyalists seek to preserve the legacy of their chapter, a feral rage wells up inside them that sees blood spilled and skulls claimed by both sides. So anything to do with Space Marine fluff, I'm all for. So I'll be happily reading this. Nice. So good section there from the Black Library. And then inside the studio, as we come to the end of the magazine, we take a look at the games people have been playing and models they've been painting in the studio over the past month. This month's thoughts on the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar and the fiery arm of Caradon. So hobby bingo, Strata. Right, okay. And then mechanical dwarfs. Really cool looking there. I like that paint scheme. Like really dirty, rusty look. And then the next issue is Thousand Suns and Seraphon. Next issue on sale 15th of October. Brilliant. And then at the end here we've got Age of Sigmar, and it's not Mazdamundi, it's the zombie version of Mazdamundi. I can't remember his name now. Croak, Lord Croak. Is it Lord Croak? Pretty sure it's Lord Croak. And that was a redesign by Games Workshop, and that is a stunning miniature. That you get that and get it painted up just as a centerpiece you could have on a shelf or something. Brilliant. So yeah, September's issue of White Dwarf, issue 468, all done.
A pretty good buy, I think you'd say, this month with White Dwarf, especially if you're a 40k player like me. You've got the custom, the WOLFSPEAR, the successor chapter for the Space Wolves. You've got the transfer sheets, the fluff behind them, and all the rules you'd need for playing them in your games of 40k. Some pretty nice custom rules for them, some Warlord traits, some relics and some stratagems, and I really like the colour scheme as well for them. You do get that Space Wolves feel from them, from the colour scheme, and also all the bits and pieces that you can add up to really personalise them. And then a huge section obviously on Kill Team this month, to coincide with the release of the new Kill Team OCTARIUS box set, with the battle report this month being the Krieg versus the Orcs. Definitely something, if you're wanting to get into Kill Team, I'd pick it up. Just to like, there's so many things in this White Dwarf for this month that I would pick it up for if it just had that bit in. So yeah, definitely worth it if you're into 40k, if you want to get into Kill Team and see what it's all about. Obviously there's a bit of Age of Sigmar in there, some really nice lore and fluff, nice section on Black Library there on the Mortifactor Space Marines. So all in all, this month's edition of White Dwarf is for me anyway, well worth picking up. If you've enjoyed the video, consider giving me a thumbs up, and if you haven't, a thumbs down. Let me know your thoughts as well on this month's edition of White Dwarf down in the comments section. And if you want to support the channel and want to see more content, hit that subscribe button down. I've forgotten which side it is. I think it's that corner. I'm gonna say it's that corner. Hit that subscribe button, switch on notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll hopefully see you next time.